Hello, this is James Lindberg, pastor of Living Grace Lutheran Church in Omaha, Nebraska. And I'd like to thank you for listening to this guided prayer. This guided prayer is a resource that we talked about at our sermon on prayer at Living Grace that we had on September 29th, 2019. And the focus of this guided prayer is be still. It comes from Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. So I'd like to thank you for listening to this guided prayer. And before we start, I would invite you to find a quiet place that is free of distractions and sit in a comfortable position. You don't have to sit in the way that you normally wouldn't. You don't have to cross your legs but just sit in a position where you can be comfortable. You can maybe have an erect spine and not fall asleep, or in a way that you can be attentive but also be comfortable. So take a moment to do that. And as it said in the Bible, Jesus often would go alone to pray out into an isolated place, and so we're going to do as Jesus did. We're going to find a quiet place that's free of distractions and give you a moment to get comfortable. And then what I'd like you to do is, once you're comfortable, to simply close your eyes and calm yourself for a few moments. Take a few moments to just calm yourself. You maybe have had emails that you've been answering, or you've been thinking about things, or you've had a challenging conversation with someone, and life has just kind of been thrown at you here for the first part of the day. So just take a moment to close your eyes and calm yourself. Another thing you can do is you can say a short prayer, maybe even saying the Lord's Prayer, or just a short prayer to focus yourself on this time being a time where you're going to be in prayer. This time is not necessarily more sacred than any other time, it's just different time. And so it's good to mark out that different time, this different time, with some sort of prayer. So take a moment to say some sort of simple prayer to set out this time as being different than any other time in your day. Now that you've had time to do that, to say a short prayer, then I would like you to bring your focus onto your breathing. And breathe from your belly. And just focus on your breath. One of the amazing things about breath is it is a reminder of God's moment-to-moment sustaining power in your life. That breath reminds you that God is there, that God is sustaining your life and also all of creation. So just focus on your breath, the breathing in and breathing out. Take a few moments to focus on your breath. Now, as you're focusing on your breath, you might get a worrisome thought that comes into your mind. Maybe a thought about yourself or something you need to do, or thoughts about another person or an emotion that comes. That's okay. Just take those thoughts that come up and then let them go and focus on your breathing. If your mind starts to wander, focus on your breathing. And remember, when you breathe, it's not just breathing. Again, it's a reminder of God being at work in your life in ways that you can't even see at times. Your breath comes naturally, and so God is the natural part of your life. So think of it more than just breathing. Regard it as God's presence and rest in God's presence. Again, if a thought comes up, don't judge it, don't worry about it, just let it go and focus back on your breathing. It's almost been about 5 minutes. For some people, it's pretty amazing that they find that they can actually sit for 5 minutes and not be thinking or focusing on something as simple as breathing. So just take another moment or two. And again, if thoughts come up, if worries come up, things to do come up, don't worry about it. Don't judge yourself. Just go back to your breathing. Again, God's sustaining presence in your life as proven by your breath. Now we're going to come to the end of this prayer time, and hopefully your eyes are still closed. What I'd like you to do is, rather than just opening your eyes and rushing around and going back to your daily life, take a moment when you open your eyes. Maybe you're looking out a window or something. Just take a moment after you open your eyes, without any thoughts or worries, just to rest in that open-eyed presence of God, that everything is happening around you, and God is present in all those things. The wind that's blowing, the sun that's shining, clouds that are moving, that all of this is happening, and you are there resting in God's presence. So now, open your eyes and just take a moment, a rest in the presence of God with your eyes open. Now that you've had a moment to do that, now it's time to go about the rest of your day. Or if this is at night, then you can get ready for bed. And if it's during the day, then now go and show compassion to other people in your thoughts and your words and in your actions. The presence of God you've experienced here in this time of prayer. Extend that to other people in words of peace, in feelings of peace, and in being at peace with your life at this point. Again, thank you for listening. This has been James Lindberg, pastor of Living Grace Lutheran Church. You can visit our website, livinggraceomaha.org, to learn more about our church. That's livinggraceomaha.org.